Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Red carpet season is already underway, but Hollywood stylists are also helping kids starting the school year with their best foot forward. Now, inside the surge in young clients looking to splurge for the perfect look.
Red carpets, like last night's at the Emmys, are the Super Bowl of the fashion world. Stylists like La Roche, who dresses Zendaya, pulling out all the stops for that perfect picture. While this New York boutique is a long way from Hollywood, during this mother-daughter shopping spree, there's an unexpected A-list perk.
What do you think of these? I like them.
9-year-old Riley Robinson is about to meet with her personal stylist.
Try on your new outfits for school.
Okay, be right back. She's an actress right now in New York, and so we were looking for audition clothes, and I had no clue.
Meet Mona Sharaf, a fashion consultant with pint-sized clients.
First few years, I didn't really see many kids, or any kids, and then all of a sudden, my phone was blowing up with kids themselves calling me, their parents calling me.
At hundreds of dollars an hour, styling used to be a service exclusive to the stars and the uber wealthy. Celebrity stylists like Rachel Zoe even becoming household names.
Oh, I love those shoes.
But parents like Riley say the expertise of a professional is well worth the high cost.
A lot of times I would get online and try to do this for myself before I found Mona, and I would spend a lot of money because we would order things online that weren't the right size and didn't look right, and we'd have a whole closet full of clothes that we couldn't use.
I'm really excited, and I just love her outfits.
Kids' fashion is a gigantic industry, and the landscape is changing. Many big-name box stores have shuttered their doors, and alternative retailers are rushing to fill the void.
All of these old school retailers that have been around for years, like Jamboree and the Children's Place, are closing or going bankrupt. Meantime, you have all of these new players, which are known as digital first. They started out only on the internet. You could only access them through apps or websites. They're now actually building out storefronts. But because of Instagram, because of where millennials are with their spending, a lot of these digital first brands are doing quite well.
Despite the troubles some mall chains face, the luxury market for children is booming. In the past 3 years, couture labels like Givenchy and Balenciaga have joined the kids' table alongside top labels like Gucci and Stella McCartney that have long had children's lines.
Of all the children's clothing businesses, luxury is actually one of the groups that's growing the fastest. Overall, children's clothing does about $203 billion in sales annually. The luxury children's market is about $6 billion, and it's growing even faster.
I feel like it's just this trend now that blew up.
Were you surprised by the demand?
I was shocked. I was shocked.
Why?
I never marketed to this group of kids because, you know, their sizes changed. How long are they wearing it? Not long. So is it worth it to pay my fee, to pay for all these clothes when they're going to grow out of it so soon?
Mona has been in the fashion industry for 6 years and only recently started taking on what she calls her little clients. She estimates that 20% of her business is now children and teens.
My first client, it's a great story. It's a 10-year-old boy. His mother called me and said, I need you to help me make my son dress younger. And I'm like, younger? He's 10. He's like, yes, my son likes to wear suits. I'm like, suits to school?
She says it was a surprising request.
I geared him towards more casual looks. At 10, they already have their own personality and their own style figured out. So I only got as far as I could.
A personal stylist for a child or teen is an extravagant cost. Mona charges around $200 an hour per session. But she argues her services do make financial sense.
We wear 20% of our closet 80% of the time. So that's true for kids also. You're saving a lot of mistakes. So yes, it does save money.
And she says the confidence the right wardrobe can inspire is priceless.
I would imagine that people watching on TV would think, why on earth do kids need a stylist? And it's a fair question.
I say it's a different world. Kids make their own decisions. They're well informed, and they want the same confidence an adult has. And their wardrobe is a stepping stone to that. When you're confident with how you look, everything else becomes so much easier. Their posture changes. It's amazing.
Like for Andrew Lilly, who went shopping with Mona for his first year of college.
Oh, wow, you look really nice. Let's give you 2 different jackets.
My mom offered, she suggested it, and I kind of wanted to get a new look, so to say, like not quite rolled out of bed, but something more like, take more pride in my appearance.
The thing about millennials is that they're waiting longer and they're having fewer kids, which in many cases means they have more disposable income. They also have phones in their hands. That keeping up with the Joneses on Instagram is actually driving a lot of these retail friends so they can get that great picture and post it on Instagram.
Retail startup Rent the Runway has also jumped into the high-end kids' clothing market, expanding to include posh picks for the playground set.
We're actually seeing such positive traction in our kids' business because they're constantly growing. To be able to rent an item that your child will only wear once or twice is actually smart and sustainable as well.
Rent the Runway charges $89 to $159 per month for its children's service, which lets parents and kids borrow 4 items at a time.
Girls want variety, so our customer wants fun, variety, and freedom in her wardrobe, just like her mother does when she uses Rent the Runway.
Rent the Runway definitely was a trailblazer. And now that millennials and Gen Z are much more comfortable with this idea of renting, when you think about being a mom or a dad of a young kid, rent that clothing for them makes a lot of sense at the right price point.
More budget-friendly options are also available. Walmart now offering a kid clothing subscription service, 4 or 5 curated items shipped for about $50 a box. While some parents will always choose practical wash and wear over haute couture, the youngest generation of fashionistas are clearly helping reshape the modern way of shopping.
Kids now are different than kids of the past. They're armed with information. Kids don't listen to parents the way they used to, and that's like my big takeaway from this. Parents love me because there's less fighting over things like clothes.